So hey, it's Keith, what's up? So I just wanted to give you a little bit of information because it's timely. And it's also marking time because these kind of things mark time. And it's a great opportunity to find yourself, to manifest not new things, core things, things that you've been ignoring. So this is, let me set it all up. It's summer solstice. Depending on where you're at in the world, it's either Saturday the 20th or it is Sunday the 21st. We also have a new moon at that time, and then we have a solar eclipse as well. So wow, that's all very profound energetically, and I'm going to give you my experiences with eclipses and how they've profoundly changed my life when I've set intention with them. So with the one currently, we also have all kinds of crazy stuff going on that I'm not even going to get into because it's a lot of stuff. I mean, we have, I think, 7 planets in retrograde at that time. Actually, I think Neptune's going retrograde on Monday. So, but nonetheless, Venus is aspecting Neptune, which is definitely sort of the deeper stuff inside of us and whatnot. And this is, I do watch a number of astrological blogs and pay attention to stuff. And this is like kind of a 30-year opportunity, meaning that like decisions that you make now are going to be in full effect for well, in my case, until I'm like 87, when my life is maybe a third over. Yeah, you heard what I said. Anyways, I am a devotee of Truth Calkins, so kind of shooting for the immortality thing, to tell you the truth. Well, maybe not that, but as far as most human beings are concerned. Anyways, so yeah, we just got a lot of stuff going. This is all positive stuff. There's all kinds of elements of like sort of quote unquote negativity that you could look into if you wanted to with the times as they are. But I think most of us conscious people are using this as an opportunity to go deeper inside of ourselves, to realize some truths inside of ourselves, and to realize that we are really separating as conscious people from the collective, just from the fear, from the phobic, from just, people that are not plugged into the fact that we chose to be here, and it's an opportunity and a time to make the most of what we can in our soul life. As I've always say, this is a couple words in a huge Shakespearean play, and compared to the soul life, the words being this life, and the huge Shakespearean play being the whole soul life, which is the multitudes of lifetimes that we have, or as I say, a couple steps in a marathon, this life compared to our soul life. So what you want to do, and I'm going to it's a really good time to take a journal, or to start journaling if you're not. This would be the first entry on the first page, or to write on a piece of paper if you're not interested in journaling, just to bring this stuff into physical light and maybe revisit this journal. This is not new stuff. This is core stuff that needs to come up, and it's going to be all the first things that you think of, as far as like what you need to like make more solid, make more core of who you are in terms of the way you live your life, and the things that you pursue and the way you think. So, good enough. So how can you implement all this? Like I said, write it down. Definitely take a look at that list at least throughout the year. And or you could sigilize it, meaning make a sigil, and I'm going to link an old video which I shared with a friend last night. It was just like, oh my God, it's a 9-year-old video, and I realized I had to pat myself on the back because I actually look better now at 57 than I did back then when I was 48. So I have a little bit different look, but not that much, but that's okay. You know, making a sigil, it's a simple thing. You just write out some phrases, and then you, in the positive, and then you look at those phrases, and you check off, blot out all the vowels, blot out all the repeated consonants, and then just while you're doing this process, you're focused on what's going on, and then you take those remaining consonants, and then you sort of join them together in a piece of art that looks magical. So yeah, and I'm including a video of me making some kind of complicated sigils. I would say that the way I make sigils now is I keep reducing them down, so it's like you join all the letters and then you just keep sort of breaking them down. And the way that sigils work is a lot of times when you create more than one, your conscious mind kind of forgets which one is which, and you just manifest these things, and it's just lovely, a bit of like really old school magic, magic with a K, you know. And then of course you can take the slightly more still magic, but not as hardcore as sigil making. But sigil making works well in combination with the whole Abraham Hicks thing of like thinking about what you want in the affirmative, as well as, you know, it's even kind of a little lighter as the whole concept of the secret, yeah, which is just visualizing what you want, waking up every morning and seeing all that happening. I can tell you that I've manifested everything I've ever wanted in my life. I think I've been saying that for, if only 7 years, then maybe it's 10, 12 years when I started really getting very intently into this idea of manifestation. And now with my meditation, with more of a focused mind and less of that clutter in there interfering with my visionary intention, I'm better at it. So I apologize about the wind noise if it's there. It's a little bit breezy here. My usual Big Bear location on a Friday, looking after my mom while my dad's out there somewhere on the lake killing fish. Fishing, they call it. So anyways, what else did I want to say? Oh, I wanted to talk about the eclipses. These are amazing because for me, I have had some eclipse stuff. The big eclipse that just kind of changed, where I really got a lot of intention going with it, was the great American eclipse in summer 2017. And I knew it was coming, and I did a lot of magical work, meaning preparation, this kind of stuff that we're talking about. I went out and walked in the woods during the eclipse and visualized and was just in the space of, and these are fairy woods as well. These woods where I go to, I don't know if I've done any videos from there really. Just fairy woods, they're just loaded with them. And yeah, in about not very much time, I very quickly dimension shift a whole reality of things kind of came up, and I met this woman at a gym where I was just kind of working out on stair steppers, trying to get my running abilities better, and I was practicing yoga at another place, and then she was doing kind of some temporary yoga in the or just a yoga class or whatever, and then the owner of the gym asked me, knowing that I did yoga, she goes, I really need people to show up to this because I'm paying this woman and blah blah blah, and could you come? You know, I'll knock off some money off of your monthly membership if you come. I don't remember what she said, because I could swear I was already not paying, because I was like giving tarot readings to her for trade. something, anyways. So then this led to me learning Ashtanga from this woman in her private gym, which was right down the road from me. And then she led me to her teacher, which was a whole group of spiritual-minded, yoga practicing, meditation practicing people, which is where I met John, awesome John, and his twin brother Dan, and a bunch of my friends, Kristen, and just those are the major ones right there. And my whole life changes. I just dimension shifted. And through John and Dan, I also met a guy called Johnny, but more John and Dan. I found Vipassana. And now I'm at a chapter close with another eclipse. And it's just like I have a lot of intention of like, I can feel it in myself of where I'm launching off again. And these eclipses play on other eclipses. And I do want to, just in closing this video out, I do want to add that this Venus cycle is similar to the one 8 years ago. And so there's every likelihood, which would be 2012, so May, June 2012, even into early July, of like things that you started, things that you didn't complete, are going to carry on, whether you didn't complete them or whether it's an energy that you established, and it's going to, so if it's an energy you established, it's going to blow up even more, which is great for me, because that's when I started re-putting out records and getting more serious about my music again, and just a lot of really good, awesome, creative energy, and really finding myself on so many levels, which as an artist, as a health food person, I'm always well-rounded. These things are connecting together. They're not like individual things for me at all. So what else was I going to say there? Yeah. So I think about that, what I just said, and I want to tell you that you can support me by supporting my music. I am Second Culture. I put out this ambient, progressive ambient music with beats. It's really good stuff. secondculture.bandcamp.com. Keep saying I'm going to get more serious about it, but this is the time when I am going to get more serious about it, because that's what I want to do. And the thing is I've almost connected into he said there was a power in manifestation when you almost felt like you could just really feel something, but then also like it's so a part of you, and you're so well-rounded as a person that you could almost like not do it. So as being a big meditator right now, I really feel that there's a part of me. So what it does, I think, is that, I'm digressing, okay, is I think it gets rid of that obsessive quality of where you gotta have this, and maybe there's not a lot of health in that. And so there's a lot of health in what I do now, because I meditate a lot, and I feel a healthiness, I feel a well-roundedness to myself in saying, I could just disappear from this world and become some kind of monk. Maybe not in a monastery, but do my own thing. Who knows what's coming up? I'm open to everything, but I feel who I am on the inside, and a part of that is just being well-rounded. That's the mental, the body. The mental has been a big unlock for just really plugging in with my body. With all the protocol that it takes to like make this body ageless, and to just say it, to live forever, as long as I want to live, so the music thing's a big part of me. I'm like wrapping all this stuff together, and so support me by supporting my music. I'm Second Culture, secondculture.bandcamp.com, secondculture.com. You can connect with me. I have been doing some consultations lately with some very interesting situations. You can direct message me. I'm Iam Keyth. No, I'm not. I'm Dhamma Dude 424 on Instagram. DHAMMA Dude 424. That's at Dhamma Dude 424 Instagram. Direct message me, or I'm on Facebook as Keith McGrew, not spelling with the Y, the Keith spelling, and then I think my actual call out on there is the old Live Rockstar thing. So, oh, you know, I wanted to tell you, for the longest time, I think since back in December, I was doing some Catholic prayers with my mom and just going over some stuff, you know, like you saw, my mom is in hospice, and, you know, I'm a New Ager to the bone. I love Catholic stuff, and I love Buddhist and Hindu stuff, and not so crazy about that sort of stripped down fundamental American Christianity, but my hat's off to anybody that realizes that there's a bigger power, and they're adopting some level of morality and conducting themselves and being in this world and generating good positive vibe. And so that comes in all forms. So the very bottom of my thing, and it's been on there for a while, is this lovely prayer, because I'm really into the angels. I mean, that's the angels are the ones that led me to like all of this stuff, the meditation, the getting more focused. That's the trump card, is the angels right there. Maybe sometime we should talk about the angels. I'm doing a lot of work with the Book of Raziel, Book of Enoch. Enoch is the human name of a person, excuse me, that became Archangel Metatron. Yeah, but there's the Catholic prayer that's the prayer to your guardian angel down at the bottom, and I just loved it because it's from my past. I grew up Catholic, and I never had a problem with that. Okay, so it's Keith. Peace out. Love you. Bright blessings. Namaste. Metta. And yeah, I think that's it. All right, bye.